tell us who made the stadium. As you see the Seahawks take on no hero Eagles. As these teams represent their respective schools, we remind you that you honor the values of sportsmanship is the essence of every athletic contest. We ask you to accept the responsibility of the appearance of this contest by showing respect to the players, respect to the coaches, respect to the assistants, and respect to those around you. Your support and cooperation will allow all athletes involved in the contest to succeed and demonstrate their best. With the county public school's #1 priority is to ensure the safety and security of our players, coaches, assistants, and spectators. Help us keep our facilities and athletic teams safe by immediately reporting any concerns to law enforcement or school administration. Please be aware that this contest will include live audio and video. Conversations in the stadium may be audio and live stream, so please be mindful of conversing, hearing, or commenting over the game. Please familiarize yourself with the location of the nearest exit, so that unlike the emergency evacuation be required. Remember, if you see something, say something. Thank you, and enjoy the game. Tonight, Decatur High School and students Decatur High School community come together and wear orange in support of Decatur student Tyler Wall. Tyler is recovered from 2 injuries sustained on 9/13 in a traffic accident. Our thoughts and prayers are with him and his family. Thank you for supporting Tyler and showing that we are with you. Would everyone please now rise and gentlemen remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. At this time, please welcome to the field the 2024 Snowden High School marching Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, this season's colors will be presented by the Snowden High School MCJROTC Color Guard. The Color Guard is commanded by Cadet Sergeant Kaori Gorham.
All right, well, welcome everybody to the inter-county rivalry between Snow Hill Eagles and Stephen Decatur Seahawks tonight here at Mo Barber Field at Snow Hill High School. Great rendition of the national anthem by the Snow Hill Band under the direction of Mr. Brad Krause. We had a couple football players in the drum line there, AJ.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So two teams tonight coming in 3-0, both of them. Defending champion Stephen Decatur Seahawks and Snow Hill, who for the second year in a row, 3-0 on the season. So should be a good one tonight. I'm looking forward to it. My name is Mike Hughes. I'm here with AJ Patton. What's up?
How's it going?
All right. How are you? Good to be here with you. Tyler Riley couldn't make it.
Yep.
He'll be back next week when we take on Easton, when Stephen Decatur takes on Easton. But tonight, beautiful night. It's probably around 70 degrees. Rain showers in the area. Doesn't look like a whole lot of wind. Stephen Decatur is going to be getting the ball first. Back deep is Zachary Baker and Vernon DeShields the third to take off the kick or to take the kickoff. Looks like Snow Hill's kicker is Jacob Hall, number 58, Jacob Hall.
Absolutely. Zachary Baker back deep once again. We saw first game of the year for Zachary Baker. He took it all the way back for his Queen Anne's.
Yeah,
he's very dangerous.
First kickoff of the year, and your boy was not ready. And this is a little squib kick that's picked up by number 2, who's going to be brought down by around the 50-yard line. That's Evan Coe. Yeah. I totally wasn't ready. First kickoff of the year, and Z-Bake takes it back to the house. I was like, it's number 4. I don't know. But it was totally not my greatest moment. But
almost like just getting used to it.
Now we're in mid-season form, so we're ready to go. So Decatur offense coming out. Quarterback is Johnny Hopgood, number 16. You'll see off to a flying start. There were a lot of people that were worried who's going to take over for Bryson Coleman, how we're going to fill that role. Johnny's doing it in a different way, but he's doing it, man. He's getting it done. Last time I checked, 8 touchdowns or 9 touchdowns, only 1 interception, I think. So he's immediately throwing, looks outside, and it's complete out there to Ethan Bradshaw.
And I'll tell you, tonight, lineup next to Johnny Hopgood is going to be Vernon DeShields III. And we saw he won Delmarva Now Player of the Week last week. Had 3 touchdowns versus the Bennett Clippers.
Yes,
over
sir.
150 yards on that day as the Seahawks won 45-0.
Yeah, averaging almost 8 yards a carry is Vernon. His stats aren't like – well, last week he had a great week. But up to that point, Decatur rotates a lot of players. So he usually sees a lot of action in the first quarter, the second, little bit of the second quarter. And here he is right here on the carry, and that's going to be a first down.
The main thing for the Seahawks line tonight is, especially in the run game, making holes for Donovan Henry and Vernon DeShields III, because we know Vernon DeShields is very good up in space. He's very quick, very elusive.
Absolutely.
He can make moves on a dime.
Yeah, he's great. He is patient. He kind of gets in there, gets in behind those big guys, and then spots a hole, and then he's able to accelerate right through it. Hopgood throws to Tribe Wise here, makes the first man miss. And he's going to be down to the 20-yard line. Decatur's moving the ball as per usual.
Yes, first drive for the Seahawks. Tribe-wise, look for maybe a couple shots deep tonight, especially towards the corner of the end zone.
Like this area right here, they like to throw it up and let Tribe go get it.
He's 6'4", corner of the end zone, toe tap, action like that.
Georgetown commit, be going to Georgetown next year. But instead, they go to DeShield to the right side, and he's going to go untouched into the end zone for the first score.
Minute 33 seconds into the game, Seahawks already up 6-0.
And that's how it's been all year. Decatur has not trailed this year in any game, and they start out the same here. About a 20-yard touchdown run for Vernon DeShield III, and it's going to be Blake Wallace on to try for the extra point. Has he missed an extra point?
I do not believe so.
I don't think he has.
No. Hopefully want to keep that up here.
Yeah, I know, right? Should not have said that.
Trust me, I know all about that.
So
I'll tell you, so far, I'll wait after this extra point.
Yeah.
I assume the wrap went outside of him then?
And the kick is up, and it's
good.
Through.
I'll tell you, Blake Wallace, great season so far. Made a couple of his field goals that extended the streak on the extra points. Has not missed a single one yet.
Yeah.
Look, keep that up tonight.
Yeah, smart men don't say that until after it's over, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, that's another guy who's filled in a position that people were worried about. You know, how are we going to fill in for Brogan Eastlack when he graduates and goes to Campbell and plays soccer? Blake Wallace has done great. So,
yeah, I talked about it a little bit in the JV game yesterday versus Camerset Dorchester. How would Blake Wallace fill in and get accompanied this team after Brogan Eastlack left, play soccer at Campbell? And again, he's done a great job so far.
All right, so the kickoff will be to Snow Hill. Back deep is number 2, Keontae Taylor, and number 7, DeMar Brunson. Wallace will be kicking off from his own 40.
And just like Brogan Eastlack, Blake Wallace gets a lot of his kickoffs into the end zone. We've seen that a lot. He's got some leg power from that 40-yard line. That one won't make it to the end zone, though.
No, that's going to bounce and be returned by Taylor to the right side. Stutters, and then he's brought down by David Chandler there at around the 14-yard line where Snow Hill will take over. Snow Hill led by their senior quarterback, Justin Shipley. Gets a lot of yards on the ground. And I believe it was Nazir Blake that's their leading rusher.
Yes, I've heard some about him. Heard he's pretty good on the ground game. We'll see how much the Eagles go to him tonight. It's going to be a big thing for the Seahawks. Try and stop that run tonight.
Yeah, and Snow Hill's going to want to chew some time up, you know, try to make it as close as possible. Keep the ball on the ground most likely. Grind it out.
Seahawks stacking the line already.
And there's the first handoff to number 26, who I don't have a number for. But he's going to be stopped almost immediately.
Good for the Seahawks there to stack the D-line on that first play. Committing run there. Now bring him 2nd and 9 from the 15-yard line.
26 is Dejon Johnson.
Good to know. Good to know.
Not in our program, but I found it on Max Preps. So
that happens a couple of times.
Yeah,
where they're on the field. Yeah. Unfortunately, don't have their number, but we found it out. Definitely good.
So here's 2nd down.
Stacking the D-line once again.
Shipley takes it, turns the wrong way, it looks like, and he's going to be dropped back to about the 6-yard line. Looked like
he was looking for Nazir Blake.
Yeah.
He wasn't there. He turned the wrong way. Looked like he may have gone for a pass there as well.
Either he turned the wrong way or Nazir Blake went the wrong way. I'm not sure which. So it's going to be at the 10-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and about 15, it looks like.
Yes, 3rd and 15 from the 10.
So this is not where Snow Hill wants to be in a passing position.
Especially on their first drive of the game. That's where you want to get something going on offense. At least get a couple of first downs against the Seahawks defense.
Yeah.
Get something going, but already 3rd and 15. Definitely Seahawks going to be expecting a pass here.
Decatur's defense ranked in the top 20 in points allowed in the state at 8.6 per game.
And they've only allowed 25 total points this season.
One of those was a kick return. Shipley runs to the right. He's looking for anybody, and he's going to be brought down, taken out of bounds for a loss of about 1. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, you got double team right there, taken down by Nathan Tapley. And number 28, who I believe did not have a number for the Seahawks.
Who made this program? Joe Field? Was it Joe Field? I'm not sure. Joe Field is the number we have.
Yes, on the program.
Yeah. So back to punt will be Dominic Kuipers for Snow Hill. And back deep for Decatur will be David Chandler.
Very dangerous returner.
Absolutely. Virginia commit, University of Virginia, going to play defensive back, I believe, next year.
Wide receiver? Possibly, well, just mainly defensive back?
Yeah.
Mainly defensive back, yeah.
I think he's defensive back, but he's been Mr. Everything this year. And this kick's going to be very short, and it's going to bounce out to about the 29-yard line, where the Seahawks will have great field position, leading 7-0. 8:22 left in the first quarter. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, back in here. We got Hobgood bringing his guys back out. Baker far to the left, Bradshaw and
Trips
Copeland
left.
in the slot, yeah. And Tribe-Wise to the right.
Shotgun formation.
About the 29-yard line. Great field position. Chance to go up 14-0 very early. It's a handoff to the Shield to the right, who cuts back, and he's going to get about 4 or 5 yards before he's taken down. Inside the 25.
Look for Vernon Shields for another big game today, especially if the Seahawks go to him a lot. Like I said, 3 touchdowns last week. Possibly could have similar type numbers tonight.
Yeah.
Again, all depends on how much the Seahawks give him the ball tonight, which expect a decent amount.
Yeah, again, they rotate a lot. And, the first game of the year against Queen Anne's, they got up early pretty big, so he came out, and Donovan Henry got looks. But here's a quick screen to Zachary Baker, who's going to take it. He's going to tiptoe down the sideline down to about the 4.
There's
but
a
there's
flag on the field.
Yeah, there's a flag down.
Probably coming back here. Let's see what we're calling.
That's just an amazing, if you pick a side and the ball goes that way, it's just awesome.
False start on the Seahawks.
Referee doesn't have a mic this time, I guess. So false start, we'll back it up. Back to the 30 where they started. It'll be second down and 11.
Yes, second down 11 from the 30-yard line. So basically it's back where they started.
Yep. Hobgood with the Shield to his left. Same guys spread out to the left side. He takes a snap. He rolls to his left. He's looking deep into the end zone. Baker's there by himself, and it's just past his fingertips. Wide open. Just led him a little too far.
Absolutely. Baker was wide open, tried down the sideline there. Pretty much burned his man there. I'm trying to figure out how that was. Number 2 on Snow Hill. That was Keontae Taylor there in coverage. Baker got behind him. Johnny just barely overthrew him there. Johnny Hobgood.
Here's a replay real quick.
Great aggressiveness there by Hobgood.
And you can see it's just out of his reach.
Yeah, just out of his reach there.
Coming back live on 3rd and 11. Hobgood takes a snap. He's going to throw down the right side to Tribe-Wise.
That time he's got him.
Easy touchdown into the end zone. Yeah, well, we called it, AJ. You and I said in this area they like to throw it up and let him go get it. This time he just beat his man, was wide open, walked into the end zone, and that makes it 13-0 with Blake Wallace coming on.
It's almost like you knew the Seahawks were going to go back to that deep pass there.
Yeah.
Just barely missed Zachary Baker, wide open.
Yeah.
Next play, instead of the left side, they go to the right side. Tribe-Wise stricken down the field. Practically wide open. Looking to make it 14-0 here, Seahawks. And we're going to have a replay here up to this extra point.
Snap,
which is
kick
up and
is
good.
up and good.
Yeah.
Here comes the replay. There you go.
Wide open.
Far side of the field, wide open. Dropped it right in there. Hobgood's really been doing that. I mean, just standing in the pocket. He's had a clean pocket a lot of the year. He's been dropping dimes left and right. So 14-0, 7:33 left in the first quarter. All right, back in here. 14-0 Decatur leads. Blake Wallace about to kick off. Number 7, DeMar Brunson. Number 2, Keontae Taylor back, but this one's going to float into the end zone for a touchback.
Maybe a little softer. If he's that wide open, we don't need to lead him as far. All right, so hey, watch the last play, 16. No issue.
So Shipley will bring his guys out.
Okay, look at you, Brad.
They'll be starting from the 20-yard line.
Whenever we run motion, we have to hold
And they got to get something going on the ground here.
and we have a safety move it to
Coach Hammond, Coach Raheem Hammond, head coach of Snow Hill, for the second year in a row, got his team out to a 3-0 start. Really like what he's done with this team. He's got 47 kids on the varsity roster. They fielding the JV team this year. That's an amazing accomplishment at a school as small as Snow Hill. Really like what he's doing. He and I have never met. We're friends on the social media. We talk back and forth on social media. We never met in person, but really impressed from afar at the job he's doing. So here comes Shipley. He takes a snap. He's going to hand off. That's Nazir Blake to the right side, but he's not going to be able to get anywhere. Ethan Bradshaw in there to break that up.
Great wrap-ups by the Seahawks there. We've seen it a few times this year. Seahawks tackling really been impressive this year, especially on that D-line.
Really been the difference. Last year the defense was absolutely the difference. The year before and the year before that, the offense was cooking. Nobody could stop him. But the defense last year really matched what the offense was putting out. That was all the difference in that state championship run. Another question this year with the retirement of Coach Todd Apple, defensive coordinator, were they going to be able to keep that up? And obviously stats show that they are. Yeah, the answers are resounding yes. So Ethan helps when you have Ethan Bradshaw, going to Army next year.
Up there at West Point.
Yeah.
It's a big signing for them.
Here's Shipley, takes a snap. Man comes through free, and he's going to be dragged down by Sully Alker there.
Sully Alker, yes. Wow.
Back at the 10-yard line.
Another guy that's had a very solid and almost a little bit quiet season as well. Doesn't get as much recognition as I feel like he should.
That's been his career, really. He's a 3-year starter on the defensive line, undersized, but massive heart, right? Like he's in the thick of it all the time, man.
And he's pretty quick as well, too, on the D-line. A lot faster than most.
So that's going to put Snow Hill in the 3rd and long again, right where they don't want to be.
3rd and 20 from the 11-yard line here for the Eagles.
Shipley with 2 guys in the backfield with him. He's going to drop and throw. Under pressure immediately. We got a flag down. He's sacked by, is that number 56?
I believe it was,
yes. Garrett Maloney. We'll see what the flag is. I think it's going to be false.
I believe it's going to be holding.
I think it's false start. Let me see.
We'll see. It's going to be holding.
Yeah, holding. Probably be declined. Yep.
Yeah, it's declined. So that'll bring up 4th and about 22 now.
Another situation they don't want to be in. Kuipers is coming out to punt. His first punt only made it out to about the 30-yard line. So that's right where David Chandler's standing right now. And he's capable of making this 21-0 really quickly.
Yes.
Look, I'm not going to get any offensive stats because we're going to goddamn ball at 30 every time. We're going to score points and we're going to have like 120 yards of total offense.
So we'll see if the punt for the Eagles will be a little better in the first. Flag on the field.
Another flag. This kick's going to be caught by David at the 30, and he's going to be spin out of the tackle, cut back to the other side of the field.
Oh, boy.
And he's brought down,
he's taken down
about the 26. He ran about 50 yards to go 4.
Broke that tackle, and I thought, oh, watch out. Eagles, decent coverage there, getting back. But David Chandler, he's dangerous in the open field.
And we'll see what this flag is.
It's going to be false start on the Eagles there. So now the punter's going to have to come back out.
You're going to push him back and do it again.
Now going to be, I believe, the 2-yard line. So if Snow Hill possibly goes on a false start once again here, they're going to the ball half distance to goal. It's going to be at the 1.
Yeah, it's always hairy. Even in the NFL, it's hairy when you back a punter up this far. It's a long snap. He's close to the back end zone line. He's a couple yards off of it, but it's always a little hairy even in the NFL. So here's the snap. It's high, but the kick comes off. It's going to land at about the 18, and it's going to stop at the 19-yard line. So Decatur's going to be set up again with great field position. 1st and 10 at the 19 of Snow Hill. 14-0, 4:56 left in the first quarter. We'll be right back. All right, coming back in. Hobgood now in the backfield. He's got a Marion Manuel with him in the backfield now. Chandler and Wise split out left. Tapley in motion and Baker to the left. Here's the snap. He's going to give it to Manuel, who's going to go forward for about – no, did he get the first down? He was close. No, it's going to be second and about 3. I guess he's going to be marked down.
Solid run there on first down by Marion Manuel. Now in the backfield with Johnny Hobgood.
Yeah, Marion was getting first-team snaps. So I think in the championship game last year, he was the starter, if I remember correctly, in backfield.
I think so. Yes.
And he's going to get it again, head to the right side. He's got lots of space. He's going to be into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, already 20-0 Seahawks with 4:19 left in this first quarter.
Yeah.
Great start on offense and defense as well on both sides.
So Wallace is on to kick another extra point, his third of the night so far. Snap. Kick is up. And it's good. 21-0. Here comes a replay. You see Manuel gets to the outside pretty well untouched. And nobody even touched him until they got down to about the 5, and then he just falls forward into the end zone for the touchdown. The big guys up front just blowing people off the line as they have all year so far. So 21-0, 4:19 left in the first. All right. Back in here, Blake Wallace about to kick off, leading 21-0. Boots this one deep. That's going to go into the end zone for the touchback.
That's the first touchback by Blake Wallace of the night. Wonder how many we're going to see.
Was it? I thought he had one earlier. I don't remember. That was a long time ago.
I'll get a prediction. How many do you think he's going to get tonight? In the end zone?
I'm going to say 3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's got 2 already. but we could be wrong. I'm not totally sure. So Shipley is coming back out again, I believe. Or he's not coming out. It looks like, is that Keontae Taylor who's going to be taking the snap?
Yes.
So Keontae Taylor going to be taking the snaps now for Snow Hill.
And he
takes it, and he's going to run right and not really get anywhere. Brought down there by Brooks Waters. Brooks Waters, junior linebacker. Great guy. Had him in class. Really enjoyed him.
So, yes, Eagles switching up here at quarterback. Went with Shipley for the first 2 drives. Now switching up to Taylor a little bit. At first, looked like a Wildcat formation.
Yeah. And now it looks like Nazir Blake's going to take the snap.
Yeah. Interesting play calling here by the Eagles.
He does. He goes left, and he's going to be stopped just about immediately. Look like Peyton Travers in on that one. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
I'll tell you, and Peyton Travers, another guy that's had a pretty good season for the Seahawks so far. Made some very, very good tackles this year, clutch tackles.
He's a solid kid right there in the middle. Number 11.
It's one of those guys that really holds down the D-line, especially when you have like Nathan Tapley, Nate Tapley on that D-line, Sully Alker, and then along with Peyton Travers. Very, very solid D-line for the Seahawks squad.
Absolutely. Garrett Maloney in the middle there. Another guy who started on the offense for 3 years at center. Another great kid.
And then you want to talk about that O-line. O-line very good too.
Absolutely.
Especially, in my opinion, Brandon Ham as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So here comes Blake. He's going to throw it up. And that's going to be picked off by Ethan Bradshaw. Flag down. Bradshaw is going to bring it back.
He's going to take it all the way back.
I'm not sure he's going to get all the way. He's all the way down to about the 4.
Yeah.
But there's a flag down. We'll see if that's an interference. It is going to be pass interference. So that's going to come back.
And then a 15-yard penalty would be assessed
Yeah.
on that. 3 Seahawks were back there in coverage.
Yeah.
It's like you almost knew that one of them was going to pick that off.
Yeah, David Chandler was – I saw him coming over, but –
I believe it's going to be on Trey Dorn.
that's the hot word up here in the box.
Number 21.
You may hear some some things that weren't intended to be heard
Yeah.
on the broadcast, but so that's going to be a big penalty, a big move forward for the Snow Hill Eagles. It's always going to be an uphill battle for them tonight. You know, they're one of the smallest 1As in the state. Decatur's one of the biggest 2As in the state. That's a tough thing to overcome. You know, I was thinking
Tough matchup for the Eagles.
Yeah, you know, if they just met up on a field and they were picking sides, it would be like Decatur gets to pick 5 guys, and then Snow Hill gets to pick 1, and then Decatur picks 5 more. You know, Decatur has 5 times the amount of kids at their school than Snow Hill does. So you're talking 300-something kids at Snow Hill, 1,500-something at Decatur. That's
absolutely.
It's just tough to overcome that. But
it's going to be a false start.
Yeah, we got a false start here, and that's going to back them up.
I believe it's going to be on Nizier Blake, number 0 there. I think it's 1st and 15.
Yeah.
Be from the 31-yard line. That is one thing the Eagles, if they want to go down and get a touchdown here, they want to limit those penalties. Penalties, especially when you're in your own territory, can really hurt you.
Yeah.
Especially stuff like that.
So Shipley's back. He takes a snap, pitches it to Nazir Blake around the left side. He's going to be brought down immediately by David Chandler out there for a loss of about 5, it looks like.
Great wrap-up tackle. One-on-one there. David Chandler wrapping up by the ankles. Nazir Blake. Great tackling so far by the Seahawks defense. Definitely try and keep that up going into the second and then going into the second half. They've done a great job, as I mentioned earlier, so far this season with tackling.
Brings up 2nd and 20 from the 25-yard line. Shipley in the backfield again with Blake in motion. This time he fakes, goes to the right side. He's got some room out there, and he's going to pick up a couple before Trey Dorn brings him down. Maybe 3, possibly even 4.
Still going to bring up about 3rd and long here.
Yeah, still 3rd and long, right where Snow Hill doesn't want to be.
It's going to be 3rd and 17 with 43 seconds left in this first quarter from the 29-yard line. Seahawks once again possibly drop back into coverage here, be expecting a pass, possibly over the middle. We'll see, though. Interested to see how Seahawks are going to play their defense here.
3rd and 17, Shipley in the shotgun.
And we see it a lot, that the lone safety, David Chandler, we see that a lot, like that 20 yards back.
He's crowding the line. He's going to blitz. He comes through untouched. And yeah, there was nowhere for the quarterback to go. 3 guys came through untouched there. Shipley goes down. That's going to bring up 4th down and long.
All right, give me, we'll go Evan next series.
So with the highlight right here of David Chandler coming straight up the middle, got untouched, and got back to the quarterback Sturgis and Shipley, excuse me, in literally 1 second right there. 3 Seahawks were back there to get on Sturgis for a big loss.
We got a timeout on the field. We'll be right back. All right, coming back in. That was the end of the quarter, not a timeout. 21-0 going into the second quarter. Decatur out early, scoring on their first drive, and they haven't looked back since. Shout out to Ben Tate. Ben Tate in the comments on the YouTube channel. Ben Tate played for both of these teams. Eventually went on and played in the NFL for the Houston Texans and the Browns. Says my producer, Ron.
And the Steelers as well.
Is that verified? I'm not sure, but here's the punt. That's going to go to David Chandler, who's going to have it about the 45. He's going to head to the right side where he's got a lot of room. Cuts back towards the middle. He's going to be met there with a few people. He's still going down to the Snow Hill 25-yard line where he's finally brought down.
That return was really set up by Trey Dorn. Came by, almost set like a pick-like block on that Snow Hill defender. Allowed David Chandler to get the edge there. Take it straight up the middle towards the field. Got about 30 yards there on the return.
Yeah.
But again, great block by Trey Dorn there.
So once again, great field position. Johnny Hobgood coming back out. He's going to have Tribe Wise to his right, Vernon DeShield to his right. Copeland and Zachary Baker to his left. Empty backfield. DeShield comes in motion and takes the handoff to the left side. Head of steam inside the 20 to about the 19. Gain of about 6.
Tell you, I love that jet sweep call there on first down. Get to Vernon DeShields in motion. Going behind Johnny Hobgood, which is very interesting. Usually with the jet sweeps, they go in front of the quarterback. Going behind there. Solid cut going right the middle. Bring up 2nd and 5.
Nate Tapley comes in the game now. So does number 5, Marion Manuel, split out left with Zachary Baker. On the right side, we got Tribe Wise, and now we got Delonte Henry over there as well.
Could possibly see another lob here to Tribe Wise on that right corner of the end zone over there, especially at the 20-yard line.
Manuel comes in motion, but it's going to be a slant to Baker, who takes it. Oh, he breaks 2 tackles. He's going to go easily into the end zone. It's going to be 27-0.
Great tackle breaking there by Zachary Baker. Basically split through a double team. We're going to be getting a highlight here of this touchdown. And 2 broken tackles there by Zachary Baker coming up here in a second. After this extra point by Blake Wallace. See if he can go 4 for 4 on his extra points, same perfect on the year. She does. 28-0. As we have the highlight right here of Hobgood to Baker, split right at that double team. Took a hit there as well, stayed on his feet, took it in the end zone, could have easily walked in there.
That puts Decatur up 28-0 with 10:54 left to go. We'll be right back. All right, coming back in here, Blake Wallace about to kick off. Shout out to Bryson Coleman in the chat. Bryson down at Vanderbilt in the SEC got his first game action last week after dealing with a shoulder injury. Probably one of the best Bayside football players of all time. Bryson, you can pay me later. That's going to be returned by number 7, DeMar Brunson, who's going to be brought down about the 15-yard line.
I'll tell you, speaking of Vanderbilt, pardon me there. Upset Virginia Tech first week. Game went in overtime, I believe. Won that game. I remember watching that entire game.
Absolutely, I did too.
Game.
Yeah. It's great. You know, it's so fun to turn the TV on and see these Decatur guys. You see
Luke Murgott as well.
Luke Murgott getting time at Duke. You got Ashton Snellsire getting time at Richmond. And then, of course, Bryson at Vanderbilt. Great things going to come for all those guys. They're all just moving their way up the ladder at those respective programs, and it's exciting to watch. Speaking of guys at the next level, Snow Hill's got Zahim Kalik at Bryant University.
Wow, nice.
Super fast guy. Was Bayside Regional Champion, I think, in the 100-meter dash last year.
I believe played basketball as well for the Eagles. I
Yeah.
remember him from the game last year. Very talented player.
So here we go. In the backfield again, taking the snap is Keontae Taylor. He's going to take it, fake right, and go left, and kind of into the middle of the line where he's brought down. Right there. Couldn't see who made it. It looked like Peyton Travers came through and got him, number 11.
So another tackle right there for Peyton Travers coming straight through that O-line. It's the second tackle of the day. And you see a decent amount of that from Peyton Travers splitting right through that O-line, getting in the backfield there.
So second down and 11 after a loss of 1. Shipley comes back in.
So Snow Hill definitely going with a couple different QBs here. We've seen Taylor, Blake, and now Shipley as well coming back in. Possibly also saw some Wildcat earlier from the Eagles.
Yeah. Handoff there. And immediately stop. Looks like that was Keontae Taylor again.
Eagles just having trouble really getting something going on offense, and especially in the run game. Had about 1 or 2 decent runs this game. Besides that, I've gotten stopped at the line of scrimmage, only got about a yard or 2 past that.
It's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 12. Snow Hill, when you look at their schedule coming up, they've got Washington next week. Washington winless so far, rebuilding program. But then the 2 weeks after that are big ones for Snow Hill. Colonel Richardson and CSD. Looks like Colonel Richardson at home and then at CSD on October 17th. That's probably the top 2 teams in the 1A right there. That's where Colonel's trying to get. I mean, that's where Snow Hill's trying to get. Great matchups there for them to be able to kind of show how far this program's really come.
So the Seahawks took a timeout there on defense. Quick 30-second timeout. Coach Cole wanted to talk it over with his squad. Talk over what they're going to do here on this 3rd and 12 from the Eagles' 13-yard line.
Yeah, talking more about their schedule. They certainly, out of there, they got 5 more games after this, and I'd say probably 3 of the 5 are very winnable for them. And possibly, we'll see what they do against Colonel and CSD. Colonel played Kent Island really tough last week. Kent Island's undefeated, 2A team. Colonel played them really tough. And next week is actually homecoming. Or, I'm sorry, 2 weeks from now is homecoming for Snow Hill against Colonel Richardson. So big game for them. And then Senior Appreciation Night on November the 1st against Kent County. Kent County had to forfeit last week. In the middle of the game, they had a few injuries to their players, including one that was pretty serious, I think. So they forfeited. So a good chance here for Snow Hill to finish, at least 6-3, if not better than that.
Yeah.
There's a snap to Shipley. He's going to roll left. He's running for his life again. He switches, though, turns back and goes to his right. And he's finally going to be brought down by Brooks Waters, and it looks like number 8, Ethan Bradshaw.
As well.
Yeah. So
Seahawks now on the day got about 5 sacks. And it's been a bunch of different guys as well, not just one guy getting back there in the backfield.
We don't have our stat program running this time, so we're kind of winging it a little bit. But, they've been in the backfield all day, and it's going to be 4th and long yet again for Snow Hill.
Hoping to get back to that stats program. We were doing it, me and Sean were doing it in the Queen Anne's game, first game of the year. Was going great for the first quarter, and then second quarter, whole system crashed on us.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do any more. Hoping to get back to it, possibly for the Easton game next week as the Seahawks go back home to play the Warriors.
Next week is the second of 3 straight games against teams that are currently undefeated. So Snow Hill tonight, Easton next week, and then Kent Island the week after that. So quick punt here. Comes down to Chandler at the 40, who spins out of 1 tackle. And he's going to take it down the left sideline. And he is going to go all the way for the touchdown.
All right, he's done for the day.
Well, you kind of knew that was going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
They are dangerous in the open field.
That's how it's been for Davin. Bayside Basketball Player of the Year last year. Could very well be the Bayside Football Player of the Year this year. We shall see. But that's going to put Decatur up 34-0 with 8:18 left in the second. And that means if it stays like this in the second half, it's going to be a running clock.
Pending the extra point
Pending
here.
the extra point. I know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to jinx people tonight.
I just want to make sure. Wallace makes extra point. If it stays like this, or the Seahawks go up by even more, then Seahawks will have running clock in that second half.
There's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and it's good.
So we're going to have the highlight play right here. Here's the replay of this David Chandler punt return for touchdown. Breaks a couple tackles, takes on that left sideline. Got a couple nice blocks there as well and took it into the end zone. Practically untouched.
Yeah.
Once he broke that first tackle.
So it's 35-0, 8:18 left in the second. We'll be right back. All right, 35-0 in the second quarter. Blake Wallace about to kick off again. Back deep. Same two guys, Keontae Taylor and DeMar Brunson.
Let's see if Blake Wallace kick this one to the end zone here. That's going to be close. Not quite.
Oh, two guys collide, and it's going to go into the end zone.
Well, technically it did roll into the end zone.
Yeah.
I guess we can count that one.
It's a safety. They're calling it a safety.
Wow.
I'm not sure that's the
going to
case.
be a safety.
I don't think that's the case.
Really?
I don't think so. That's the ruling on the field. They're going to talk about it real quick, though.
I mean,
neither guy possessed the ball, really, and it
yeah.
just kind of went into the end zone and where the Snow Hill player downed it. But
whoever was back deep there touched it.
Yeah, they're calling it a touchback now.
Collided, they're going to call it touchback. Yeah.
So it's going to come out to the 20. Snow Hill take over.
Very interesting, though.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Two players collide when they try to catch the ball outside the end zone. Ball rolls into the end zone. They fall on it. Call that a touchback. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
So Snow Hill comes out again. Looks like Shipley's coming out. Senior quarterback. Shipley coming into this game had run for, let's see, he had run for.
This is according to Max Preps.
Yeah, according to Max Preps, right. 184 yards, 6.6 yard average coming into this game. Second on the team to Nazir Blake, who was at 309 with a 9.1 yard average.
Intrigued to see here if the Eagles try and switch up on offense.
Yeah.
For the Eagles, trying to get a couple first downs here. Maybe go down and get a score, but you got to start with at least getting in Seahawks territory.
And there's the handoff. That's going to be Blake, who's going to maybe get one. Seahawks definitely win the battle up front.
Just that D-line been relentless for the Seahawks so far this entire game.
Yeah.
About halfway through the second quarter here. Well, 7:43 left before half. We'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 20-yard line of the Eagles. Two running backs next to Shipley here. Shipley takes a snap, rolling out left, trying to break away from Manuel, and he gets taken down That was Delonte Henry there and Amarion Manuel in the backfield.
Nowhere to go. Those guys were free on the backside and brought him down.
Shipley, we've lost about 2 yards there.
It's going to bring up 3rd and long again. All too familiar for Snow Hill tonight, unfortunately.
They have a 3rd down guard.
I'll tell you, I'm seeing it in the chat right now. I can't believe I haven't said anything yet. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Mike Hughes.
Oh, my gosh. Thanks
Absolutely.
so much. Such a wild guy. What am I doing? Calling the high school football game tonight.
On your birthday. How great is that? Where else would you rather be?
Right.
Calling a high school football game.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
But yeah, 3rd and 14 now. We got a timeout there. Believe by Snow Hill. I'll tell you, not a day over 21.
I appreciate that, Agent. If you were still in my class, I'd give you an A. So I was telling all the kids today, they were like,
absolutely.
Hey, how old are you? I said, it depends on what you want your grade to be. So thanks. Jamie Greenwood, I appreciate that, Jamie Greenwood, for the shout-out in the chats. Jamie Greenwood, the voice of Decatur sports. Got a shot of Coach Coleman there.
Yeah, some great shoes right there by Coach Coleman as the camera's on him.
Yeah.
Shout out to the shoe game.
Yeah.
By Coach Coleman. So 3rd and 14. Let's see what the Eagles offense cooks up here. They're in shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the left.
There's a snap. He's looking like he's got to run for his life again. About 3 or 4 guys just in the backfield almost as soon as the ball snapped, and he just nowhere to go.
I request a fair catch here.
Yeah, just Justin Shipley not having really any time to get anything going on offense. If there is a guy that ever gets open, before he knows it, there's 4 Seahawks back there to sack him.
He doesn't have any time to do anything. Running for his life tonight, unfortunately.
And we've seen Justin Shipley have to change direction as well because of this Seahawks D line.
Yeah.
We saw that earlier in the game, about 2 minutes ago. Almost got some positive yards out of it, but got taken down eventually. So another punt here by the Eagles. That one
gets it away. It's going to roll out to about the 37 where Day fumbles it, and that's going to be recovered by Shipley. So there you go. Snow Hill's going to have their best field position of the night out over the 40-yard line now to the 42 after Day went to pick it up, slips out of his hands, and then Shipley jumps on it and recovers it.
Well, I think for David Chandler there, he was deciding whether to pick that up or not. Here's the replay. Tried to pick it up. So like you said, just slipped through his hands, and I believe that was Shipley back there to pick that up, fall on it. Their quarterback got back there to fall on that.
Yeah.
He was in the midst of deciding, do I pick this up, try and get some positive yards, or just let it roll? Decided to try and pick it up, just couldn't get down there in time. Before he knew it, Shipley was on that ball.
Yeah. So Snow Hill starts at their own 42 now. See if they can get something going. There's a quick pitch to number 3 to the right side. Number 3, Elijah Cotton, but just nowhere to go. Just swallowed up almost immediately. It doesn't seem to matter what Snow Hill's tried to do tonight. It hasn't worked so far.
And this is a decent chance for the Eagles to just, like I said, try and get in Seahawks territory with the ball. Now with a 38-yard line, but going backwards here, 2nd and 13. But like you said, best field position so far today for the Eagles. 12 yards away from getting to midfield. Again, try and get in the Seahawks territory. Just try and get something going.
Yeah. 2nd and 13 is what it'll be. Shipley's still in there.
As the Eagles in shotgun formation once again. 3 receivers.
Decatur just loading the line. Nobody back deep in the defensive backfield.
That's going to be a flag
And
false start there.
It's going to be a false start. And Snow Hills is going backwards. Instead of 2nd and 13, it's going to be 2nd and 18 now.
These penalties for the Eagles hurting any chances of them.
Yeah,
certainly
not helping. And, I think you just want to see something positive at this point.
What I mean. Yeah.
Going backwards is not it. So 2nd and 18 now. Shipley again from the shotgun, man in motion. He hands it off to number 26, who is swallowed up immediately. Nowhere he can go. I'm not sure that Snow Hill has a positive play tonight, a positive yardage. I'm not sure. I'm not trying to be.
I was saying, I think they maybe have had like 2 decent plays, got about 6-7 yards. Besides that, that's really nothing going for them on offense so far in this first half. They're definitely going to try and switch something up in the second half.
It's going to be 3rd and long again. That was number 26, Dejon Johnson, who we don't have on our program, but he's on Max Prep. So that's why it takes me a second to find his name. I have to search it up on my phone. My old iPhone 11.
You got to do what you got to do.
iPhone 11 on the teacher salary, Actually, we just upgraded, AJ. We got 16 pluses coming, me and my wife.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, let's go. We're stepping up.
I'm thinking about getting myself a new one, possibly.
Into 2024. Don't tell my daughter. But Shipley takes a snap. He's looking to throw, but got nothing. He's going to be brought down immediately. Alker is in there. I'm not sure who else was in on that tackle. Looks like Trey Dorn was over there in the tackle as well. And that's going to bring out 4th down and long.
So now the Eagles come out and punt again with David Chandler back deep.
Last few punts have been a new punter. It's Josiah Milborn. We started out with the backup quarterback, Dominic Kuipers, but looks like Josiah Milborn, sophomore, number 56, has been punting.
We've seen the Eagles switch it up a little bit
punts
tonight.
Yeah.
Not only at quarterback, but now at punter.
Yeah. Chandler back again. Punt hits somebody in front of him, got blocked. It's scooped up, and that's going to be a touchdown for Ethan Bradshaw. Takes it into the end zone. And that makes it 41-0 here with 2:30 still to go in the second quarter.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just all going Decatur's way at this point.
Pretty much. On all sides,
yeah.
By the way.
Yeah.
Not just on the defense, on the offense as well.
So Wallace on the kick again. This is his 6th extra point attempt in the first half.
Let's see if he can go 6 for 6.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
There's a snap, and the kick is up and good, and it's 42-0. So 2:30 left in the first half. Decatur up big over Snow Hill. We'll be back. All right, coming back in here with 2:30 in the first half left. Blake Wallace kicking off again. This one's going deep and into the end zone. Shout out to Kareem Bolden in the comments now. Kareem over at Frostburg. Hope he's doing well. Kareem with that incredible drive against Milford Mill to take us to the state championship game. Couldn't have done it without him.
He was a big part of that squad.
Absolutely.
Led the game-winning drive versus Milford Mill, down
Yeah.
34-28. Put Bryson Coleman in at tight end / wide receiver. Kareem Bolton took the reins, led the Seahawks way down the field, took the lead 35-34.
Did his thing.
That was the final score.
Kareem is nice on the basketball court, too. Oh, my gosh.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I cannot agree more with that.
Our producer,
incredible.
Ron Kinnair, is taking all the credit, saying that he made Kareem Bolden what he is.
That's good.
That's what was just said in the booth up here from our producer, Mr. Ron Kinnair. So, 1st and 10 for Snow Hill at their own 20. And it's going to be a Snow Hill timeout.
I believe that's their second of the half. I believe they now have one left. And I want to take this time, shout out who this game is dedicated to, Tyler Walsh and the Walsh family. Prayers up for Tyler Walsh and the Walsh family. This game is dedicated to them. As you see, the entire crowd wearing orange tonight. We're seeing progress every single day, which is the main thing. Very, very good. Just to see that progress 24/7.
100%.
Good thing.
And it's a classy move by Snow Hill to have their fans come dressed in orange in support of Tyler.
Absolutely. That's great.
The Walsh family's been through a lot. Tyler lost his mom to cancer a couple years ago. We're just keeping them in our thoughts and our prayers, and we're glad that there's been some improvement.
Yeah.
So just keep them in your thoughts and prayers. Keep donating. Keep doing what you're doing. Schools all over the shore have been super supportive, wearing orange, Tyler's favorite color.
And in Wycomico as well, we saw it at Bennett. They were wearing orange. Saw their entire student section, wearing orange.
Yeah, Parkside did the same too.
Yes.
It wasn't a football game. I think it was a soccer game.
Soccer game, yeah.
All right, so Shipley comes out. Got 4 wideouts from his own 20-yard line. Let's see if we can get something going here for these guys. Takes a snap. He's going to drop, and immediately somebody's in on him, unblocked. And I think it was Garrett. It was number 58. I think it was Seamus Orth who was in there. Seamus looks big from up here.
I'll tell you, Seamus, he's an absolute another stud on that defensive line.
Yeah.
We're seeing a few different guys get there in the backfield tonight, and it's not only, like I said, just one. It's about 3 or 4 Seahawks getting back there.
He's got a brother who's in 8th grade who's also a really tall kid. He's taller than I am already, so he's going to fill out as well and probably follow in Big Brother's footsteps.
Roman, I believe is his name, right?
Ronan, yeah.
Rowan. Okay.
Ronan.
Yep.
Shout out to Ronan North if you're listening.
Absolutely.
Better be good in class tomorrow.
That's
He's
good.
in my first period class, I think, tomorrow morning. So, second down now. Second down to 14. And we got a backup quarterback in now. We got Dominic Kuipers coming in.
Interesting.
So he takes a snap. He hands off to Nazir Blake around the right side. And finally a few yards here. About 4 yards for Snow Hill.
They'll take it.
Their leading rusher, junior Nazir Blake, who's put up impressive numbers coming into this game. And that's going to bring up 3rd, and it's still going to be 3rd and 11. So
just want to get a few yards here if you're Snow Hill. Probably going to halftime here down 42-0.
Something positive, anything.
And we're going to have that running clock going into that second half right away. So second straight game for the Seahawks that in the second half, the start of the second half, they had that running clock. So they were up 45-0 over the Clippers at halftime last Friday night.
Yeah.
Didn't score in that second half. That's mainly because of how fast that clock was moving.
Yeah. So they put up, 35 on Queen Anne. They put up 40 on Randallstown, 45 on Bennett, 42 so far tonight. And that's all kinds of people moving on this one. And it's probably going to back them up even further. And it is false start on Snow Hill, so that's going to make it 3rd and 16. So among the many things that have gone wrong is penalties. Like you're saying, we just seen penalty after penalty after penalty.
Yeah, whether that be false start.
Yeah.
It's mainly those false starts tonight. A few holding calls here, too, on Snow Hill.
And that stuff starts happening on the line. You start get beat a couple times, your quarterback gets sacked, and you start getting a little antsy.
And with these new quarterbacks coming in, the cadence is off as well. So the O-line's got to get used to that,
Yeah.
different snap times and all that.
So Kuipers is still in there, and he takes a snap, hands off to Nazir Blake coming left, but he's got nowhere to go. Once again, he's swallowed up. Who was that, number 34? Number 34, who in our program is no one. Not in our program.
Go back to Max Preps once again.
Who did our program? Let me pull up Max Preps. Remember, it's an iPhone 11, so it's going to take a minute, guys. Number 34 on Max Preps. I don't have it on Max Preps either, so I got no clue who that is. But that's going to be the end of the second half. It's all Decatur so far, 42-0. Hope you enjoy the halftime. The Snow Hill High School band under the direction of Mr. Brad Krause, son of legendary band director Mr. Bill Krause. Sorry, I was looking at the car. Bill Krause. So enjoy that. We'll be back for the second half soon. All right, coming back in for the second half. There will be a running clock since the deficit is more than 35. Decatur will be kicking off to Snow Hill.
Yeah, just pretty much everything going right tonight for the Seahawks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really nothing else to say. And I'll tell you who we're going to see probably a decent amount of in the second half. Once again, who we saw last week versus the Clippers, Blake Akamo.
Yeah, I think we'll have a change of quarterback for Decatur. From where?
Appaquiddick?
Appaquiddick, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just say AQ.
Yeah,
That
there
can
you
be a
go.
little tough to pronounce.
Nothing wrong with that. Transferred here from Delaware School over the summer.
Newcastle County.
Yeah.
Newcastle County boy. Up there with like Salesianum, private schools and all that. But like
good football's up there. Good football programs up that way.
St. Mark's is good as well, private school wise. A lot of private schools up in Newcastle County. So we'll see what the second half has in store with this running clock.
Yeah, back deep for Snow Hill, we got Nazir Blake, Keontae Taylor, and DeMar Brunson again. 2 juniors and a senior. No, 2 juniors and a sophomore. So all guys will be coming back next year for Snow Hill. Program is definitely on the rise.
Absolutely, yeah. It's
really
staying on the rise as well.
Like what Coach Raheem Hammond is doing here. There's always going to be an uphill battle for them tonight. But looking forward to seeing what they got the rest of the way when they meet up against Colonel and Cambridge and
like 1A schools.
These big 1A schools here on the shore, top teams. We'll see how it goes. That's going to be Blake. He's going to bring it to the left side where he's going to be tackled around about the 15-yard lines where Snow Hill's going to start. And that clock will continue to run. According to Stephanie McQuilkin, you just covered it. All right. In the comments, first half touchdowns to Vernon DeShields, Ethan Bradshaw, Day Chandler, Tribe Wise, Zachary Baker, and Amarion Manuel. That's not official stats, but well done, Stephanie.
Absolutely.
Mom of quarterback Johnny Hobgood. So Snow Hill comes out to start the second half. And we'll see who their quarterback is. Had 3 or 4 guys take snaps in the first quarter or first half. And it's going to be Kuiper, Dominic Kuipers.
As Croswell just came off there. Of course, Croswell, junior number 1 for the Eagles. Shotgun formation here for the Eagles.
Take the snap, handoff, tackled right away by number 51, Jack Bradley, Jr. So likely to see some new faces on the defensive side of the field. I see Brian Chester out there, number 44. Number 14, Brendan Wim at safety. Number 29, Kyle Mumford, a sophomore. Solid built sophomore. Also sees time in the backfield.
I'll tell you, Brian Chester, number 44, had a touchdown last week.
First touchdown, yeah. First varsity touchdown here at Decatur for Brian Chester. From Groove City, just like I am, Cambridge, Maryland. Nice. Played with a lot of Chesters that were really good athletes in Cambridge. Antwain, Larry. Pat Chester was a really good football player in the early 80s for CSD. I think he might have played in the NFL, but I'm not totally sure. So, second and long again for Snow Hill. The snap to Kuipers, a little high. He rolls the throw. That's going to be incomplete. Jack Bradley again was in his face almost immediately. Brings up third and long.
Yeah, he just wasn't looking for it there. Not too bad of a throw. Just not looking for that ball there. Wasn't expecting that. Pass fell behind him, incomplete. Now third and long here, 3rd and 14 from the 11-yard line.
Yeah, once you get that pressure in your face, it speeds everything up. The timing's all off. That ball just looked like it may have gotten there.
Well, then you can get off
a little
balance
early.
As well.
Yeah. Dejon Johnson was the intended receiver, I believe. So 3rd and long, 3rd and 14. Clock running inside of 10 minutes now, almost down to 9 minutes. Kuiper's in the shotgun. Blake in the backfield with him.
Again, I believe Snow Hill's longest play of the day may have been about 6-7 yards. Trying to get something longer than that here.
And here's Blake coming to the left, cuts back, and he's wrapped up immediately again. Finished off there by, who's that? Number 30. Is that number 33? Malix Nichols. It is number 33. What year is Malik now? I had Malik's in class. Malik's is a junior. All right. So number 33, junior Malik Nichols.
Yeah.
Finished that one off. I didn't see who got him to start with, but
Good to see some new faces here.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good to see some new faces.
Getting some time.
Yeah, absolutely. Get everybody some playing time, whether that be only like a minute or two. Just get them on the field, see what they got, see if they make some plays.
Yeah.
You know, all the above there.
So here comes the punt again. Brian Chester back deep now for Decatur.
That's gonna
And
be an
somebody
offsides.
jumped off sides
Yeah.
on Decatur. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. It's going to make it 4th and 11.
Yeah. Jumped off sides there, saw that one. I'm trying to see who that was. It was like right in the middle of that D line.
It was Robert Bowen, I think, number
Robert
50,
Bowen.
57.
Okay.
I wasn't going to tell on him, AJ. You're calling him out. So we'll do it again.
Slight mistake there, but 4th and 11.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, not a big deal.
Josiah Milborn to punt, gets the snap, gets the kickoff. Chester's back to take it at about the 43. Goes around the left side. He's got a lot of space over there. He's inside the 20, cuts back, and is down to the 16-yard line where, once again, Decatur will start with great field position. Short field all night long. I don't think they've started in their own territory once. So that'll bring out number 9, Blake Kakamo.
Yep, there he is.
Got some playing
See what
time
he's
last
got.
week. AJ, you were there, right? Were you at the game?
Yes, I was. He was great, slinging the rock all over the place.
Yeah.
He's got an arm. I'll tell you that right now. He's got an arm.
Well, we were watching in the
Watch
warm-ups
out.
before the half. We were watching these guys throwing 40-yard bombs. And we were watching Nate Tapley, the third-string quarterback, was throwing 50-yard bombs, right? And then we saw Tribe Wise throw something. I don't know what that was, but it was not a bomb. I can tell you that.
I mean, he's a receiver, though.
Yeah, we'll give it to him. So Kakama takes a snap. He drops. Looks like he's going to throw short to number 4. That is Zachary Baker.
Yeah, there's a flag on the play there. Looks like it might be coming back here. Let's see what the call is. Still waiting to call here. Maybe pass interference here.
I thought now is he saying hold? Defensive holding?
Here comes the ref.
Yep.
Yep.
Defensive holding. So
Yep.
we're going to move it down inside the 10-yard line all the way to the, looks like the 8.
So now Seahawks inside the 10 yard. It's going to be at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal here for the Seahawks. Make it 49-0 here.
Donovan Henry in the backfield now with Kakamo. He takes a snap, rolls to his right, looks back left. He's got Baker was wide open and couldn't hang on to it. He left his man coming across the middle, and throw was a little bit low, but probably one that Z-Bake wishes he had back. I think he knows that he should have had that one, but
I mean, when you're up 42-0, getting inside the 10-yard line once again, like you said, not a bad pass. Baker just couldn't come away with that one. Wide open. So, yeah, wide open in the end zone there.
so he comes out. Brendan Wim replaces him. Brendan Wim, a junior.
He's number 14, I believe.
Yeah, up at the top of the screen. Kakama takes a snap, fakes the handoff, then throws to Evan Copeland across the middle for the touchdown.
Got that
Decatur
time.
leads 48-0 with the extra point impending.
Yeah.
That's going to be my challenge to myself the rest of the game, is to say big words.
We're gonna get a replay here of this touchdown from Kakamo to Copeland. That time, Kakamo threw pretty much right on the money there. And Copeland's wide open after this extra point. We'll be getting that replay. Switching some guys in and out here for both squads. Right before this extra point, Walsh trying to make it 49-0. We're gonna roll the replay right now. See Hobgood taking the snap, fakes the handoff, throw right over the middle. And Copeland's right there walking in for touchdown.
but it's not Hopgood.
Como. Apologize to Como, right over the middle to Copeland. Appreciate the readjustment there by Mr. Kinnear.
Snap, and Wallace has his 7th extra point up and good. It's 49-0. Clock running about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. We'll be right back. All right, coming back here, Blake Wallace about to kick off.
15-yard penalty on the Seahawks there. May have been almost like probably an excessive celebration there,
Yeah,
you think.
I didn't see. This is Elijah Cotton bringing it to the left side, and he's going to be brought down about 33, 34-yard line, maybe 33 looks like. Senior Elijah Cotton, number 3, on the kickoff return. Looking forward ahead for Decatur. Next week we got Easton. Easton sits at 3-0 for now. Tomorrow night they play Kent Island, I think.
That's going to be a tough game for them.
Yeah,
Very,
definitely.
very tough game.
That'll be a telling game. Both of those teams coming in undefeated. But Easton's got a really good quarterback, another O'Connor brother. He's been slinging it all around and running it this year. Multi-threat, dual threat, I guess is the word. It's going to be an interesting matchup for Decatur, facing an offense a lot like their own.
And the week after that, Kent Island at home.
Kent Island
homecoming.
game, yeah.
It's a big game. Last year, Seahawks faced North Carolina at home on homecomoming. It's a great game for the Seahawks.
That's going to be around the right side for number 24, Marlon Milborn Jr., sophomore. Maybe gets one.
And after that, Seahawks go on the road, I believe. And now we're looking a little bit into the future here. What is that, October 18th?
Yeah, I'm not even sure
on
what
the
happens
road.
after that. I know they got Parkside left. I know they got Y-High left.
Yeah, Parkside's the last game of the year on the road. Seahawks usually always play Parkside the last game of the year.
Yeah.
So it's back and forth between home and away.
Yeah, so they got Easton and Kent Island, then they got at North Carolina. Yeah,
October
North Carolina
17th.
off to an 0-3 start, but they got weapons. They got Weber in the backfield, and they got Zamir Smith. Maryland was at one point committed to Alabama.
Wow.
Yeah, he's no
Wow.
joke. So they're off to an 0-3 start, but could break out at any time. And then they got Wycomico at home, and then away at Parkside. Parkside at 1-2, and Wycomico winless right now. So the big games, October 4th next week against Easton, and then October 11th against Kent Island.
Yep.
So now we got a timeout on
End
the
of
field.
quarter.
No, it's the end of quarter, actually. So at the end of 3, it's 49-0. Decatur leads. We'll be right back. All right, coming back here, start of the fourth quarter. It's 49-0. Decatur leads. Running clock. They'll start as soon as the ball snapped here. Dominic Kuipers back in the backfield. At quarterback, the senior.
Two wide receivers for the Eagles to the right.
Goes in motion, and that's the handoff again to number 24, Marlon Milborn Jr., who's wrapped up and may have lost a couple there. I see Brian Chester getting up over there. Number 12, that's Teron Davis. Looks like Jack Bradley was in the middle of it again. We're calling Jack Bradley's name a lot here.
Yeah, he's getting some playing time here in the second half. Good to see. Very good to see. Number 51 for the Seahawks.
Yeah. Who else is out there that we don't use? Miles Harmon. Oh, my man Miles. I love Miles Harmon, man. He's a great kid.
Well, I'll tell you, speaking of colleges, I've got a big road trip tomorrow.
Yeah.
Driving 7 hours to Virginia Tech, going to Blacksburg, Virginia, taking the day off tomorrow.
All right. Okay.
Head of a drive. Checking out their
Hokies?
Yes, the Hokies. Checking out their actually sports broadcasting program, see what it's like.
Nice.
Looked at Syracuse and Rowan so far.
Yeah.
Comparing it to those two.
That's awesome, man. Are you going to a football game?
No, I'm not.
When they play Enter Sandman at the Virginia Tech football games, it's madness. It's absolutely the craziest thing in college football, man.
Great entrance.
Yeah. So there's a fake handoff, and the throw over the middle is high, and that is picked off. That's going to be Brennan Wim coming down the left side, and he's hit and tackled at about the 18-yard line. Tackled by Keontae Taylor. But interception for Brennan Wim.
Look at that. Brennan Wim getting the interception. He was wide open right there in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
The ball came right to him. Got a decent return there as well.
Kuipers was looking for Milburn over the middle and overshot him. Wim at the safety position just was right there, man on the spot. Brings it back to about the 19-yard line while Decatur will have great field position yet again. Kakamo comes out. Let's see some other guys. Who's 53? That is, we don't have that. What's it?
Another mystery player.
Yeah, we need to get on these guys. Luke Schwalbach's in the game. All right, number 66 on the offensive line. Jack Bradley's on the offensive line. Number 57, Robert Bowen's on the offensive line.
We're going to have a timeout here.
And we're going to have a timeout. All right, so we'll step away. 49-0. Decatur leads. 9:56 left to go. We'll be back. All right, coming back in, Kakamo with number 18 in the backfield. He hands off to him, and he's brought down near immediately. That was Zach Dove. Might have picked up one or two on the handoff there, on the inside handoff.
Kakamo looking for a second passing touchdown here. First to Evan Copeland. Second, let's see, got a couple of Seahawks there. Brennan Wim on the left side.
Yeah.
Number 27.
Jake Touchstone.
Jake Touchstone also to the left.
Who's number 31 up on the right side? Connor Smith.
We'll see.
And there's a handoff again and stopped. And oh, no, he wiggles away, and he's going to get maybe a couple again. Zach Dove on the run. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. Clock winding inside the 9 minutes right now.
It's definitely good to see that some second and third strings getting in there as well, getting some of that playing time, like I said earlier.
Yeah, getting some looks.
Get them some looks on the field, absolutely. See what they got, especially for years to come.
There's a snap, handoff again. This to the left side. Lots of room over there. And down to about the 5-yard line is Dove again.
Dove again, yeah. Good run right there.
Yeah.
Great run. Again to the outside.
It's be a 1st down and goal.
Look at making it 56 to nothing here, 55 nothing. Trying to make it 56. With about midway through this fourth quarter, close to it.
Who's that? Is that Shane McDermott I see out there, number 79? It is Shane McDermott.
Yes, on the O-line.
Kukamo hands off to Dove again. He's slippery. He's not going down easily. He's diminutive in stature. He's still up and fighting. The ball's come out now, and they're going to say he was down. They couldn't get that guy down. Finally, he goes down inside the 5.
Got some pushes from that Seahawks.
4, yeah.
From that Seahawks O-line.
He's slippery, man.
You almost expected the ref possibly to blow the whistle there as he kept his legs churning, though. Didn't blow the whistle, got another yard or two. Yeah. Lost the ball, but again, he was down when he did. Decent run. Only about 1 and 2, but decent
Combo
run.
to Dove again. He's brought down immediately in the backfield by number 77 for Snow Hill. We don't have a number on that guy either. Unless it's Pat Kerr, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
possibly. It is Pat Kerr. All right.
Look at that. Nice.
Nice play there, knifing through the line. As soon as Zach Dove got the ball, it was all over with.
Yeah, he was in the backfield there immediately to get Dove for a loss of 2. So 3rd and goal from the 7.
There's the snap. Looked like the guy on Snow Hill was offsides, coming off the edge. That was number 14, Jamari Savage. Looked like he jumped.
So now ball will be half distance to the end zone here. Still 3rd and goal, I believe. It'll be inside the 5 now. So we'll see the Seahawks can punch it in here. 3rd and goal from the 3 now. Half distance to the goal there. 3.5. I'll ask you, what do you think they're going to go with here on this 3rd and goal from the 3.5?
We're going pitch left to Zach Dove. They're bunch right. They're probably going to go right side. There you go, right. And he's blown up immediately. Gets blown up.
Great hit.
I'll tell you right, Keontae Taylor's playing like a man possessed all of a sudden. A couple big hits. Now he's going to limp off, though. Had a little shoulder ding a little earlier, I think. And now he's holding the side. He's going to come off. So it's 4th and 3. The clock's running down to about 5.5 minutes now. And it looks like Decatur's going to go for it here.
So, yeah, 4th and goal from 3.5. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here. Yes, we are.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll be back. 49-0. Decatur leads. It's about 5:20. Not about 5:22. It's 5:22 left. We'll be right back. All right, coming back in. It's 4th and 3 for Decatur at the Snow Hill 4-yard line. They're going to go for it. Kakama takes a snap. He fakes a handoff, throws over the middle. That ball is caught by Brian Chester. That's going to be a touchdown. It's going to make it 55-0.
That's Kakamo's 2nd touchdown. Brian Chester's 2nd touchdown ever.
Yeah.
The Seahawks.
Yeah.
Slant over the middle. Kamo hit him. Great cut. Solid pass there by Kamo. We're going to get a replay here of this touchdown. Looks like after this extra point by Blake Wallace. here's the replay of this touchdown over the middle by Blake Kamo. Kamo takes a snap, and then he fakes handoff, throws it in the middle. And Brian Chester's right there, wide open on that slant. 55-0 for the Seahawks. Penalty decline on that neutral zone infraction there on Snow Hill.
So we'll kick it again. Extra point number 8.
It's going to be a little bit closer now than it was before.
Yeah.
Haha. A little bit easier for Blake Wallace. Should be no problem. Anyways, we'll see.
Kick is up. Kick is good. 56-0 now. The clock's running. 3:45 left to go. We'll be back in just a second. All right, coming back here. Clock running inside of 2 minutes. Blake Wallace about to kick off. 56-0. Decatur leads. Nice job tonight, AJ. Coming in late.
Yeah.
Didn't know you were going to be doing this until probably last night, right?
This morning.
This morning. Yeah. So appreciate you stepping up and doing a nice job.
I love it. I love doing it.
Did great.
Always love doing this.
Our first broadcast away from Decatur, where we have commentary. You know, we always have the YouTube going, but this first broadcast
Big
that
step.
we have done away from Decatur. So big shout out to Ron Kinnair and Dave Dotson, those guys.
Behind the scenes, they do it all.
They make it all happen, man. They're here early.
Yep.
They're setting up. They stay late to tear down. We just show up and talk, and then we leave, right? But a great job to those guys. Hopefully we'll have more away games in the future.
I always ask for help. And he's just like, oh, you're good. You're good. I'm like, I'll help.
Yeah.
But,
Clock ticking down to about 1 minute now. We'll be back next week, back at Decatur for Decatur against Easton. Could be the battle of 2 4-0 teams. We'll see what Easton does against Kent Island. That's going to be telling to see who is maybe the number 2 team on the shore, at least as far as most rankings go. You know, like they say, to be the man, you got to beat the man. Until somebody beats Decatur, they're going to be number 1 in most rankings. But here's number 30. He's got a nice gain here. Nice move there. And a little stiff arm. He's going to be out to the 34.
I believe that's their biggest gain of the day.
Yeah, number 30, Makai Waters, a freshman. This is a good-sized kid, too.
Solid run there.
Look good coming across the field. So that's going to take us inside of 20 seconds. It's probably going to – I think that's going to do it. No, the clock stopped at 18 seconds. Did somebody take a timeout? I don't know what happened. Why did the clock stop? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, yeah.
We're going to get one more play here.
One more play here from the Eagles.
I like to see him give that kid the ball again.
Yeah,
he looked good.
I want to thank this opportunity, Mr. Ron Kinnear and Mr. Dave Dodson. Without them, these broadcasts wouldn't even be possible.
Absolutely.
Wouldn't even be possible.
So we'll be back next week with several cameras on the field and stat program and all our stuff going.
Absolutely.
Exciting times. Low snap, and they give it to Waters again. This time he's brought down immediately in the backfield. And that should do it. That should be final. That was Malix Nichols on the tackle there in the backfield. And that's going to run the clock out down to 0.
What a game for the Seahawks
Yeah.
tonight. 56-0 win.
That's going to be your final, 56-0 over Snow Hill. Snow Hill falls to 3-1. Decatur moves to 4-0. We'll see you next week back in Berlin. Decatur against Easton. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.